"You're an embarrassment. You are not welcome," my daughter said at her party. I'd driven straight from County General because Emma's text specifically said the party started at 6 p.m. I walked in at 6:15. Emma saw me from across the room and her face went pale. She speed walked over in her champagne-colored dress that probably cost more than my monthly rent. "Dad, what are you doing here?" Her voice was a harsh whisper. "It's your engagement party. You invited me. I told you 8 p.m. She grabbed my elbow, trying to steer me back toward the entrance. "No, you said 6. I pulled out my phone and showed her the text. "Right here, 6 p.m. I came straight from work." She barely glanced at the screen. "Well, you're here now, but Dad, seriously? You couldn't go home and change first?" I looked down at my scrubs. They were clean, professional. "I worked a double shift." "That's great, Dad, really. But Bradley's parents are here. His dad owns a hospital. This isn't exactly the first impression I wanted to make." "The first impression of what? Your father?" Emma's eyes darted around the room. People were starting to notice us. "Can you just maybe stand in the back, near the kitchen?" Bradley's family is very particular about presentation. Before I could respond, a woman in a designer pantsuit approached us. Perfectly styled silver hair, diamonds that could fund a small country. "Emma, darling," she air-kissed Emma's cheeks. "You must be the father." "Yes, this is my father." Emma's voice had that fake bright tone she used when she was uncomfortable. "How wonderful. I'm Patricia, Bradley's mother. Are you on staff at one of Richard's facilities?" Emma jumped in before I could answer. "Dad works at County General, in the administrative department. Very busy. Lots of paperwork." I felt something cold settle in my chest. "Administration?" Patricia smiled politely. "That's nice. Richard always says hospitals couldn't run without good administrators." "I'm not an administrator," I said quietly. Emma shot me a look, a warning. "Oh?" Patricia tilted her head. "What do you do then?" "I'm a trauma nurse, head of the emergency department. I've worked there for 15 years. Emma closed her eyes. Patricia's expression shifted. "County General. That's the public hospital downtown, isn't it?" "That's right. You must know Dr. Martins then. She did her residency there before Richard recruited her to Mercy West." "Know her?" I felt a small smile form. "I trained her. I run the pediatric emergency training program. Half the ER staff your husband employs learned trauma protocol from me." Patricia's eyes widened slightly. "Is that so?" Emma grabbed my arm, her nails digging in. "Mom, can we talk? In private?" "No." I didn't move. I looked directly at Patricia. "Ma'am, does your husband know that his hospitals only function because of people like me? The nurses who do the actual work? The ones your future daughter-in-law is embarrassed by?" "Mom, stop. I saved a child's life today, Emma. A 12-year-old whose aorta was severed in a car accident. Do you know what that means? He had maybe 10 minutes. These hands kept a child alive, but you're ashamed of them because they're not soft enough for your country club friends?" People were definitely watching now. Bradley appeared at Emma's side, looking confused and uncomfortable. Emma's voice dropped to a desperate whisper. "You're making a scene. I'm telling the truth. You don't understand. I understand perfectly." I pulled out my phone again, showed both Emma and Patricia the text message. "You told me 6 p.m., not 8. You wanted me to show up early, looking exactly like this, so you could be embarrassed, so you could tell your new family that I'm the problem." Emma's face crumbled. "That's not. You've been ashamed of me since Bradley proposed. Since you started shopping at stores where a purse costs more than I make in a month. Since you joined that country club and started pretending you came from money." Bradley stepped forward. "Sir, I think there's been a misunderstanding." "No misunderstanding. Your fiancé lied about the start time, so I'd look like the inappropriate mother who showed up in work clothes. Except I came straight from saving a child's life." I looked at Emma. "I raised you alone after your mom passed. I worked night shifts so I could be at every school play, every parent-teacher conference, every soccer game. I taught you that people's value isn't measured by their tax bracket or their job title." Emma's eyes were filling with tears, but I couldn't stop. Apparently I failed. I walked toward the exit. Behind me, I heard Patricia say quietly, "Emma dear, I think we need to have a conversation about priorities." My phone rang 50 times that night. I didn't answer.